Hi guys, welcome to the Mental Health Day podcast. My name is Talea at STF You Just Be Happy, and we talk about all things mental health with your favorite creators. This podcast is brought to you by OnMe, a creator-led company that provides free resources for young adults. Today, we are at what park?
Barnesdale Art Park.
Barnesdale Art Park with Lauren, your activist, creative, actor, producer, writer, comedian, amazing person.
I'm more than a title.
She's also a coach, which I love. She low-key is my coach on the low all the time. She doesn't know it, but that's what she does. She coaches me through life all the time. It's great. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about, because we met through an MBA program, and you've always been like kind of a mentor in a way, and you love being a mentor and something you're very passionate about. So I want to talk to you more about how to find mentors, how to like weave them out, and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I think the first thing that I really, really want to emphasize is like, you got to get out of your head. Like, it's literally like, how do you feel when you want to make a new friend? You know what I mean? You find common ground typically. And I think for me, my journey with mentorship has just been like, most of my conversations have been like, yes, queen, love your hair, love your dress, love your, you know what I mean? It's been like the surface stuff first that kind of like gets me in, but it's connecting on a human level first. And then kind of like, oh, that's interesting. Like, you are an entrepreneur. I am aspiring to be an entrepreneur. And then just opening yourself up to having conversations about like, how did you make that happen? But I just feel like don't jump out with like, what can I get, you know? Just like connect on a human level first.
So like go in with curiosity.
Absolutely. Curiosity does save the cat.
And what if someone's like super extroverted?
What if they're
Introverted, sorry, other one. You still think they have to make the first move?
So honestly, a lot of people are really surprised when I tell them I am an introvert, but I've learned how to get really, really comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's really the name of the game. Like, whether you call yourself an extrovert or an introvert, everybody is scared, okay? Everybody is like pretty clueless. Nobody really knows what they're doing. We're all winging it, okay? And the more you accept that and just allow yourself to feel all those feelings, you'll be able to put yourself out there more. So just like, I guess my advice around that is let go of the labels. Let go of calling yourself an introvert or an extrovert. Just be a human. Just be a human being who wants to learn things. Yeah.
I love that. And can you tell them or us a little more about your coaching and why you want to coach creatives?
Yeah. So I guess it started, when a lot of things started for us during the pandemic in 2020. I actually started a podcast first, and it was called the Black Creator Connection. After George Floyd and like Black Lives Matter kind of got reignited, I wanted to only talk to Black people. And in doing that, I really learned that there were a lot of similarities in our creative journeys, but at the same time, there's so many differences too. And I just love getting a chance to kind of dive into what everybody's story is. And as I was doing that, I was seeing how excited people would get around sharing their story and just simply saying who they are. And then that really taught me, like, I love creating space for people to do exactly that. And then also, let's make some money. Let's make some money while we're at it too. So then it all kind of just like naturally unfolded, where it was like, I'm podcasting and I'm speaking, but then I also want to teach people how to just like have the audacity, how to have the nerve to create and then inspire other people to create as well. So coaching just kind of became a natural byproduct of what I was already doing.
I love that. She does always give me the audacity to do whatever the fuck I want. It's kind of great. I highly recommend it.
I think everybody, like, you're here for a reason. I think everybody has a purpose on this planet, and it's up to you to figure out what that is. And I just want to be a guide that helps people get there as quickly as possible, because it took me forever. And I don't want it to take, especially Black women, I don't want it to take us as long.
So as a guide, what are some first steps you recommend to someone trying to find their thing?
Yeah, I think the first step is making peace with where you are. A lot of the people who I work with, they're coming to me with a lot of resentment, with a lot of frustration, and you cannot build a future that you take pride in and that you enjoy if you hate everything that already is. So the first step is making peace with where you are. And really, for some people, it's like forgiveness is what's required. I have exercises and tools for doing that. I know that it's easier said than done, but a lot of people, it's like you just need to forgive yourself and make space for what you actually want. There's so many people who don't know what they want. They're doing things that they think they're supposed to do instead of things that they feel called to do. So, yeah, I think it's just like really defining what it is your specific dream is.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really knows what they want. And then also what you want changes consistently. I think being okay with that is so important, because if you're stuck on a vision and it's not coming true, it might be better than your original vision if you just keep going.
You got it. Yeah,
Cool, I learned something. I try really hard, guys.
You're doing great. You're doing so great.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
I like that. I like that little mind shift. There's a difference between a mentor and a coach.
I think it's something that I like to speak on, like mentors and coaches, because sometimes you can find a mentor who like they don't have like a program that you can follow, but you can learn from literally anybody. So I like to distinguish the difference, because there's like coaches who have a program that they take you through, and then mentors is more just like industry leaders. They aren't typically charging, but sometimes they are, and I think it just depends on the person. But then there's also consultants who will probably be more project specific, and that's also something that I do. Like, I'm a writer, so writers come to me a lot for feedback, but then what also comes out is like, oh, they have all these blocks and they have all these limiting beliefs, and that's actually what's stopping them from creating consistently. So yeah, I like to define the difference between like a mentor and a coach and a consultant, because it requires me to show up different.
Yeah, that like made me think of how you should divide actual people that you ask for advice like that. Like, you should have your consultants in life,
Yeah.
and you should have your like mentors. And then I didn't think about that. I need to go through my friends and categorize all of y'all.
But also, you don't have to tell your friends what they are. Just like
know.
keep it in your mind, and just like, I have a lot of friends where I'm like, they're my mentors and they don't even know it. Just kind of like how you said to me earlier. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But like, I think in every relationship, just like know what you're giving and know what you're getting.
Yeah. In every relationship.
In every relationship, honey. Yeah. Every relationship. Absolutely.
And I'm gonna go through my phone, just put little emojis by certain people's names. We're like, this one is good for this one's good for that. Kind of sort through my life.
I mean, and you know where to go when you need a certain kind of support. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain things I'm like, my mom, I don't talk to my mom about everything, y'all. I got different things, different needs, and there are certain people who just like, that's their zone of genius, and I'll go to them for certain things,
I like that. Everyone wants to give advice, and a lot of people aren't good at it.
Everybody's got opinions. Oh boy, oh boy.
So many. So you're new to LA.
Fairly, yeah.
How's your
Closing in on a year.
Socializing?
Ooh,
Speaking of friendships.
So it's actually pretty interesting that you're asking me that, because I felt like this was a year where I was a little bit of a hermit, but earlier I was journaling about like the fun stuff that I did this year, and I was like, I actually did a lot, and I put myself out there. But I think it's new, this intentionality that I have. So it really looks like I've been low key, but actually I'm like, no, when I want to be at home, I'm at home. And when I want to be the center of attention, you better believe I'm gonna take that spotlight. But I've just been like, yeah, I've been really assessing like what is like this space or whatever, like what can I actually give energy wise to it? And if I don't feel I can contribute, I'm staying home. You know what I mean? Yeah. Did that
But
answer your question?
that did. That did answer my questions.
I'm like, I feel like it was a yes or no answer, and
No,
I just
it's
like,
okay.
for 20 minutes.
You circle around it, but I get what you.
Yeah. Like, yes, I love LA, but also I love me more.
As you
Is that
should,
cool?
as
Okay.
you should, as you should.
Oh,
Taking care of
yeah.
yourself and
I
prioritizing me
go out when I
time.
want to, and I stay home 90% of the time.
I think COVID did that to me. Did it do
Yes. Well, it was a forced pause that I think a lot of us didn't know we needed, and I realized like, I mean, come on, the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. Like, I can't be forcing myself to go out and be the light when I have nothing, you know what I mean? I need to, like, at home is where I refresh and renew, and literally all of y'all should want me at my best, because if I'm at my best, then you will be too. I promise you that. Yeah.
How do you take care of yourself?
How do I take care of myself? Really, moment to moment has been the name of the game for me this year. I learned a lot about intuition and trusting your intuition, and I think it's really important for me to start the day like getting grounded. So it's either like meditation or something similar to meditation. So that might be like journaling or listening to music, lighting candles. I love my skincare routine. But, like really, really taking a second to just be like, okay, what am I doing here again? Like, kind of as if I'm like an alien or something, and today's the first day that I've dropped down on the planet and I'm like in this weird body named Lauren. And we're just kind of like taking stock of like what's happening and what's good and where I want to go next. Super duper important. So clearly I'm a morning person. Yeah.
Cannot relate, but I love that for you.
Are you a night owl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I know that.
How can you see that?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that about you. I feel like you asked me, you were like, let's get dinner. And I was like, but it's 8 o'clock. I have to start getting ready for bed in an hour.
8 o'clock is like 4 p.m. in my world.
I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Sorry. I don't know if I can swear.
I can say whatever.
Yay.
Yay.
Free speech.
Free speech. So what is adulting to you?
So adulting to me is the realization that we all have childhood trauma, and even, parents, teachers, pastors, preachers, like, who had the best intentions for you, like somebody messed up. And now it's up to you to kind of gather your tools and heal yourself, because you're the parent of you now. And I think that's literally like, yeah, that's adulthood in a nutshell. It's just like taking charge of taking care of yourself and not placing blame on anybody else, not looking for answers outside of yourself. Just radical responsibility, acceptance, and you can still be childlike, but it's just like all of your life now is in your hands.
You make it sound so scary.
But it's
All of your
no,
life
it's
is
not.
in your
I
hands.
understand that.
But no, that was just, you're right. It's the truth.
Yeah, literally just accept it. Just accept it. And once you do, it's going to get really fun. Because, oh my God, you're the boss. You're the boss, applesauce. Come on. That's awesome. That's not scary. Yeah. And I'm still, like, I'm a big kid. You know what I mean? But, like, I have responsibilities too. And it's just about finding that balance and realizing like you can still have fun, but you got to take care of you, and it only needs to make sense to you,
I kind of like being an adult.
as you should.
I would never go back. Would you go
Oh
back?
my God. Well, the beautiful thing is realizing like you can't go back anyways, but all of like who you were, you're still carrying it with you. You know what I mean? And that's what kind of I like birthdays. I like birthdays because it's just a realization of like, wow, all of these different versions of myself kind of now are compounded into this next year of life. Like I'm 34 years old. I have 34 different versions of me, so many lessons all now contained that I get to take into like year 35,
Yeah.
It's awesome. All of it's there. You contain
34
multitudes.
seasons.
34, babe.
34 seasons.
34 and I'm still a baby.
I think that's the best thing to do as adult is to not be an adult, but understand your temper tantrums, like you said, and like put yourself in timeout.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like put yourself in timeout and understand your temper tantrums.
And like timeout could just be like rest, You need a nap.
Yeah.
You're hangry. Come on. Come on.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
I love that. And so for creatives, since that's your expertise, what are some of the like basic blocks that you're helping them overcome, and how do you do that?
So, most of the people that I work with are women of color. So, it's always imposter syndrome. I have worked with a lot of high achievers who just don't believe in their dreams. Like, they're still, I people with PhDs who are like, oh, but can I write a book? You got a PhD. Like, what are you talking about? You have evidence that you can do it and you're still denying it. So I work with a lot of people who like live in doubt and just fear of what's really in their heart. And honestly, yeah, at the end of the day, my job is really to just be like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, what is desired by you is destined for you. Let's chunk out the steps, figure out how to actually make it a thing in your life. And it's okay because, a lot of us aren't built with that voice of reason and that voice of calm. So I work with people until they can do that for themselves, basically.
And what are some steps? So you said chunk out the steps, kind of face where you are, chunk out the steps. What after that?
Yeah. So it's like the same with creatives, really figuring out like what is the dream, what is the grand vision. And, you might think that like showing up on TikTok or Instagram or whatever every day is like, oh, I want to blow up there. But then if we dig a little deeper, we find that like, oh, there's a feature film, there's a book, there's a world traveler. Like there's so many other things. And it's like, you don't just have to limit yourself to one thing. You don't have to do you don't have to do what you think you're supposed to be doing just because you've already found success in one area. You don't have to keep down that track if you don't want to. Like, you can always change things up. It's just about recognizing that literally anything's possible. So, yeah, I think step one is, what do you want? What do you want and who are you? Yeah, what do you want and who are you in this grand tapestry of life?
It reminds me when they ask, this is very TikTok-y, but it reminds me of TikTok, how it's like, what do you want to eat? And it's like, it's not that easy. You're like, what do you want? I'm like, it's
Well,
not that
though.
easy.
It's really like I asked the question of like, what do you want? And people will say things like to never work, to have $10 million. And I say, okay, but like there's other parts of that too, where it's like, okay, do you want to be responsible for employees? Do you want to like, you know what I mean? Like all the things that come with being an entrepreneur. A lot of people want the like end result, they want the goal, but they don't want the journey. And it's like part of defining the dream is figuring out like what is the process for you that you can absolutely fall in love with, because if you don't love the process, you're not going to get the reward, so it's just like figuring out what do you want your day-to-day to look like, and how can we make that the most optimal thing for you.
I love that. Falling in love with the process. Cute. Cute.
We try to keep it cute. We keep it cute.
Okay, so we're gonna do your rapid fire favorite comforts. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Comfort food,
Oh my God, spaghetti.
comfort person.
Comfort person? You?
Really?
Yeah, I feel really warm in your presence. You.
I didn't know that. I think she's just saying that for the show,
I mean,
but
you're
I'm
in front
into
of
it.
me, so
I'm into
okay,
it.
this is also a good time to say like another one of my philosophies is like whoever is in front of you is the most important person in the world. And honestly, Talia, not hard to do with you. Like you are amazing.
Gas me up all day. I'll take it. Fuck yeah.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's easy to do. And I know like we've only hung out in real life a handful of times, but we've also, you know, talked online and things like that. And I just feel like, yeah, you're magic. You're fun to be around.
I'm fucking
Fun to hang
magic.
out with. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You.
Thank you. Comfort location.
Location, right here. All my answers are just gonna be
She's so
like,
in the
I can
moment.
see.
Comfort.
In the sun, anywhere where I can be warm and in the sun. Hence why I moved to LA. I don't want to be cold.
Comfort drink.
Oh, chamomile tea.
Okay. Movie.
Movie, comfort movie, Zoolander.
That's funny.
Yeah, I have seen that movie way too many times for my own good, but for some reason, just whenever I watch it, I'm just like, this is just the goofiest, silliest, stupidest thing, and I love it.
Comfort book.
Comfort Harry Potter.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Harry Potter fans of that.
I actually haven't read it in years, but I'm just like, the last time I read a book and felt completely comfortable, it was Harry Potter.
Oh, I don't know. We're gonna get in trouble. I was like, hi. Security guard walked by. Totally distracted me. Comfort book.
Pygmalion.
Tell me more.
Oh, okay, so it's a book based off of a classic, but it's a children's book, and it's a pig, and yeah, it's a children's book. It's for kids. If you're a child watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, also there was what was that one that was Ruth Bader Ginsburg or whatever? She did Persist or whatever. Cut this. This is stupid. Fuck this. This is lame.
It just finished.
I mean, I like that book, but like, this is a dumb answer. Don't use it.
Thank you so much for being here. Where can they find you?
You can find me in the social media streets. I'm at LLCoolClark on Instagram and TikTok, and then my website is laurenclarkisrad.com. RAD stands for Resilient, Aware, and Daring You to Try.
And what's next for you?
Ooh, good question. How do we know? How can anyone know? What is next? So yeah, I'm continuing to take on one-on-one clients. I love coaching, and I've got a couple of speaking gigs in the new year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The location, I will have to look it up on my phone. In LA, yeah. So if you're in LA and you want to, I also really want to like do a workshop. I would love to do like a self-care day, journaling day or something with like women. So I'm hoping to do that in like the first quarter of 2023. But yeah, follow me on social media, on all the internet things, so that you can get that information. But I'm always creating stuff. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Geez Louise. My podcast. Please follow.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, my podcast, The Black Creator Connection, it is back, season 3. Check it out wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and smash the like button, slide into our DMs if you have any questions you want us to answer. And I will see you next time. Enjoy the beautiful ambiance of the helicopter flying over LA on our mental health day off. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.